didn't know what to do.
According to the article, The Impact of Video Games from the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, last updated this year, it states that a survey was done in 2010 that showed ages 18 on average devoted 7.5 hours a day to entertainment media, and less than half of those kids said that their parents actually had rules about what they could watch or could play. In a face-to-face interview with Erin Bedell, who is a mom of 4 children, conducted on July 27, 2015, I learned that she only allows each child to play 1 hour of video games a day to limit their exposure. Video games have many negative effects on children. Video games make children more violent, they raise health issues in children, and they cause children's academic achievement to decrease. I know that some of you may have children of your own, and if they play video games, I believe you are the ones that can have a major impact on the amount of time that they spend playing them, and you can help limit the harmful effects of them. By the end of my speech today, I would like you to consider letting your children, if you have any, spend less time playing video games. Whether society believes it or not, video games make children act out aggressively. Playing video games in which shooting someone helps get more points may lead some people to think it is all right to harm others. Some video games allow the player to repeatedly stab, kick, and beat up other characters in the game. Players might believe that hurting others comes without punishment. Children then carry these unacceptable behaviors into school and start to harm other students. According to the article, Violent Video Games, Myths, Facts, and Unanswered Questions from the American Psychological Association, last updated on October of 2003, it states that violent video games have been linked to more fighting at school and to violent criminal behavior such as robbery and self-reported assault. Furthermore, some violent video games teach children filthy language, and sometimes children take these words and use them at school towards their peers or at home towards their parents. Not only do video games make children more violent, but they also raise health issues in children. Letting children sit around and play video games for hours reduces time for physical activity. There's already a problem in America with the increasing of obesity rates, and playing many more video games increases obesity in children. According to the article, Video Games, TV Double Childhood Obesity Risk from Children's Health, last updated July 2004, it states that the chance of a child being obese is doubled each time in each hour the child plays video games. Plus, all of the food one is likely to consume while playing video games contributes to the obesity problem. Playing video games not only leads to obesity, but also causes other health problems. While playing video games, children are staring at an electronic screen for very long periods of time, and the strain could be really harmful to their eyes. According to the article, The Effects of Video Game on Children, What Parents Need to Know, from Pediatrics for Parents, last updated is unknown, it states that research has proven that there are other negative effects of video games to children's health, such as carpal tunnel syndrome, nerve compression, tendinitis, muscular and skeletal disorder, and even voice-induced seizures. Along with all the other problems from video games, one of the most noticeable problems resulting from children playing video games is that their grades start to drop. Students will get homework assignments, but will come home and decide to play video games before doing any of their homework. Once the student's bedtime has passed, he will just decide not to do his homework and will turn it in late the next day at school. In addition, the student may get so involved in the video game that he will just stop doing his homework altogether and stop studying. His grades will eventually fall. First-year college students took part in a study that proved when a video game was brought to college, students studied 40 minutes less each night. According to the article, Video Games Can Shoot Holes in GPA from USA Today, last updated on July 19, 2007, it states that losing those 40 minutes of studying resulted in grades that were 0.241 lower on the 4.0 grade scale. With all of these harmful effects from video games, parents need to take action and limit the amount of time that they allow their kids to play. Many people might argue that it is not society's fault that video games are bad and that they cause problems. Although society at large may not be at fault, parents have a major responsibility to limit the amount of time their children play video games. Their supervision could greatly reduce the problems resulting from children spending way too much time playing video games. The American Academy of Pediatrics suggests that children should spend no more than 2 hours per day playing video games. According to the article, The Effects of Video Games on Children, What Parents Need to Know from Pediatrics for Parents, last updated is unknown, it states that children should play video games only 7 to 14 hours a week, compared to the 37 hours a week that most children normally play. Reducing the amount of time that children play video games will eventually lead to fewer problems. Clearly, there are numerous negative effects for children who play video games. Video games are bad for children because they cause children to act out aggressively toward others, they help children to suffer health problems, and they perform poorly in school. Parents need to take away the game controls and take control of their children's behavior. They are the ones that can save the day for their children.
Thank you.